Mahinda's feelings hurt. A lesson for Namal, too. Trouble for NPP. Fonseka scores big. Were Ranil and Sajith play acting? Killing two birds with one stone.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Mahinda's feelings hurt. A lesson for Namal, too. Disturbed by the budget, the political space seemed cloudy. Cricket took a back seat to a particular court case that took up much of that political space. About a month ago, there had been talk that the SLPP was taking issues with the budget, with various exchanges taking place between some of its seniors. We will defeat several ministry votes, they boasted. However, finance and defense ministry votes should get passed, was the majority opinion in the SLPP. Political sources say the party is divided along two key lines. Anyway, let us give it another chance. Let us not oppose the budget, seniors like Johnston and Rohitha said. But SM Chandrasena, CB Ratnayaka and others disagreed, saying, the president did not keep his promises several times, so we should do something this time. We should defeat several ministry votes at least. All those came tonight after the Supreme Court ruling that SLPP seniors were responsible for the country's bankruptcy. With that, they lost their ground and fell to the depth of protecting the president for their own safety. Namal and some of his ilk might say a few things, but even General Secretary Sagara Karyawasam is keeping stony silence. The vote at the second reading of President Ranil's budget happened on Tuesday. Ex-President Mahinda came early to make his speech, but opposition leader Sajith raised the Supreme Court's ruling of the Rajapaksas as being responsible for the economic crisis. As he leveled accusation after accusation against them, ruling MPs obstructed him. The House was in complete chaos. Sajith's file was snatched too. Mahinda watched all these via TV in his office at Parlement. Once calm was restored, he went to the chamber, made his speech, and returned to the room. Minister Prasanna and several others followed him. "Is the vote at 6:00 p.m., Prasanna?" Mahinda asked him. "Yes, sir. If you want, you can leave and return. It's fine if you are here by 5:30 p.m. No, I will remain here. I can watch everything seated on the seat given by you," Mahinda replied. Later, he made a phone call to Namal, asking him to attend the budget vote. At the time, he was attending a friend's wedding. "We must support this budget, so leave everything aside and come," he told his son. Mahinda remained there for nearly 5 hours and voted in support of the budget. While on his way back, he told Prime Minister Dinesh and Chief Whip Prasanna that he carried out his duty. The latter responded, "Sir, we know that you always come forward for the country. That is why the people love you, whatever is said against you." But Namal's absence worried his father. Realizing that, Prasanna tried to calm him down. "No, sir, Namal Mali would have no way of coming, or else he would never have been absent." "He will vote next time," Prasanna said. Anyhow, it is known that the Crown Prince does not possess his father's political wisdom. Even those in the SLPP talk about that among themselves. So, Mahinda will be happy if the son studies him a bit, because everything the junior Rajapaksa has gained so far is because of the senior one. Trouble for NPP. Fonseka scores big. The National People's Power was embroiled in trouble after its activist Aruna Jayasekara and his wife were detained at the airport over alleged drug possession. That was raised by party leader AKD during the budget debate. He said no one could stop a retired military officer from working for a political party, in reference to Jayasekara, the former army chief in the eastern province. Major General Aruna Jayasekara and his wife were searched at the airport for drugs. The reason is his work with the NPP. That is not reasonable. Don't do it. Are only certain political movements allowed do politics in this country? Retired military officers who work aren't permitted to visit camps. Their medical facilities have been restricted. We condemn this mean conduct of the Defense Secretary, AKD thundered in Parliament.
අපි දන්නවා ඕන පුරවැසියෙකුට හමුදාවේ වෙන්න පුළුවන් තවත් රාජ්‍යයේ ඉහළ විධායක නිලධාරී පුරවැසියෙකුට වෙන්න පුළුවන්. තමන් විශ්‍රාම ගියාට පසුව තමන් කැමති දේශපාලන ව්‍යාපාරයකට වැඩ කිරීමේ අයිතිය තිබෙනවා. ඒක මේ රටේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී මූලික අයිතිය. හැබැයි ආණ්ඩුවට තමන්ගේ හිතවාදී දේශපාලන ව්‍යාපාරවලට පමණක් නම් එම විශ්‍රාමික නිලධාරීන් එක කටයුතු කරන්න ඉඩකඩ දෙමින් අනිත් අය මැඩ පැවැත්වීම සඳහා උත්සාහ කරනවා නම් ඒ කිසිසේත්ම යුක්තිසහගත නැහැ. අපේ ත්‍රිවිධ හමුදා සාමූහික ප්‍රධානියා තමයි නැගෙනහිර හිටපු ආඥාපති මේජර් ජනරල් අරුණ ජයසේකර. එතුමගේ බිරිඳයි පහුගියදා ඩුබායි ගිහිල්ලා ගුවන්තොටුපළෙන් එනකොට 2023 8 වෙනි මාසේ 23 වෙනිදා මේ දෙදෙනා ගුවන්තොටුපළෙන් නතර කරගෙන විශේෂ පරීක්ෂාවකට භාජනය කරා කුඩු අරගෙන එනවද කියලා පරීක්ෂා කරා. ඇයි? නැවුන්ට හිංසනයක් ගෙනත් දෙනවා. හේතුව මොකද්ද? හේතුව වෙන මොකුත් නෙමෙයි. ජාතික ජනබලවේගයත් උන් සක්‍රීයව දේශපාලනය කිරීම. දේශපාලන කරන්න අයිතිය තියෙන කමල් ගුණරත්න සහ උන් නියෝජනය කරන දේශපාලන විතරද? විශ්‍රාමික නිලධාරීන්ට.
The JVP has been able to garner the support of two new forces via Compass. One is the retired military officers and their families. State intelligence has warned government big shots that the military is being influenced in a big way. Recently, retired police officers, too, started getting organized under it. Former DIG of the Criminal Investigation Department, Ravi Seneviratne, too, attended a meeting of that organization in Baramulla. That is why there is a target on Ravi's back now. In addition, the biggest vote base for the NPP comes from the expatriate Sri Lankans, according to state intelligence. In the meantime, SJB MP Sarath Fonseka made a controversial statement during a YouTube interview. I believe we can go a long way if our party joins with the NPP. Their politics is different. Our politics is different. But if the SJB can garner the support of the NPP, it will be a victory for the SJB at the presidential election, he said. Fonseka, who is also the chairman of the SJB, is not happy with the way the party is discussing things with other opposition parties. He said that they should try to recruit good persons from every party to support the SJB. Pro-Fonseka MPs are already canvassing in the parliament canteen. Some were heard saying, Fonseka now has a good sense about politics. Just like he says, the biggest opposition alliance should be formed to defeat Ranil. We should speak with Lanka. Obtaining support from the NPP is a must. It is reported that Fonseka is working to unite the scattered opposition forces. Were Ranil and Sajith play acting? Killing two birds with one stone. President Ranil might say various things in Parliament, but those who want to know what he is up to are now making it a habit to read Asoka Jayatunga's President's E-column. The senior journalist is writing it from Washington, D.C. His headlines this time are, Fake Arguments in Parliament, a Ranil Sajith Union, Guest from Maldives with a surprise for Mahinda, What happened when Minister Roshan and Sagala came face to face? Sagala lays his hands on Mahaweli land and housing distribution. Likely change of fortunes for Roshan, Susil, and Shami. Will SB's luck work? This time, the column starts like this. Food, drink, and sleep are essential human needs, but for Ranil, making foreign trips is somewhat similar. He attended the swearing-in ceremony of the Maldivian president. Soon after returning to Colombo, he telephoned Mahinda and wished him on his birthday. He got a call from Namal. Sir, we are giving a surprise for father's birthday. Please do come. So, instead of going home, Ranil went straight to Mahinda's residence. Ranil was among the Rajapaksas when, to Mahinda's surprise, a cake was brought. The E-column also says thus, The president attended Parliament on the next day to bat for his budget. There he met a representative of his Chinese counterpart. Losing interest in the budget debate, he left for the UNP Management Committee meeting. General Secretary Palitha said that district rallies are being held now and plans are ready at electoral level too. Sagala was given the job to distribute Mahaweli land and house ownership. As Sagala was on his way to his office, he came face to face with Minister Roshan, who was leaving Saman Ekanayaki's room. Mr. Minister, how are you? Sagala asked. Good, good. replied Roshan on his way out. On Wednesday, Ranil made his stand known about cricket. He also told Parliament that members of the Constitutional Council could face fundamental rights cases if they do not support him. It is unclear if it was a threat or a cunningly made yarn. I will not protect anyone. There are accusations against cricket officials. New laws will be introduced, probably hinting at what will befall SLC President Shami Silva. Sajith began his reply. Don't go. Please listen to my speech. But Ranil left for his room saying, it will not be a short story. It will be a mega drama.
The Leader දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම